I told you I'm gonna need a drink for this one. I'm gonna have to shotgun one too, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ADiktion TV. I hope everybody is having a good day. Hey, it is still Scream Week, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for Scream 2022. We have made it. We have made it to my review for Scream 3. As you guys can tell, I'm not very excited to talk about this one, but it's okay. We're still going to talk about it. It's still part of the franchise, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into the video, if you don't mind, go down, grab the like button, hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. So, we're not going to talk about every little detail of this movie because there's so many things in this movie that absolutely piss me off. But we're going to jump straight in. So we open on Scream 3 with Cotton Weary stuck in traffic on the highway in downtown Hollywood, right? Okay, now he's a talk show host on a show called 100% Cotton. And he's talking on his phone with maybe his agent, something. I don't remember who he was talking to. But he gets a call on the other line, alright? And it's a woman who claims she has the wrong number, and she's like, wait a minute, you sound a lot like that guy Cotton Weary from TV. I think he's got a sexy voice. And he's like, oh, well, thank you. And she's like, oh, you are Cotton. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking to Cotton Weary. And he starts like asking her questions and saying shit to her, and she's like, ooh, you're a naughty boy, Cotton. Now what would your girlfriend say? And he's like, what makes you think I have a girlfriend? And then you hear a little click, and then the Ghostface voice comes in like, I know you do. I'm right outside her bathroom door. And I'm like, oh man, this is already like, dude, come on. Where'd you get this voice changer to where you can sound like anybody you want to? I'm just like, oh man, here we go. Okay, so he's talking to Cotton on the phone. He's going to kill Cotton's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Cotton's girlfriend's in the shower. Ghostface starts chasing her when she gets out of the shower while Creed is playing, which I actually like the song. I will say this. Scream 3 had a decent soundtrack. But anyways, Ghostface is chasing Cotton's girlfriend. She manages to get into a room, shuts the door, locks it, and the killer says, I'm sorry, babe, I'm just, in Cotton's voice. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, so Cotton gets home, looking for his girlfriend. He sees knife marks in the bedroom door. Okay. Long story short, Ghostface kills Cotton's girlfriend, kills Cotton, and then the title card drops, Scream 3. Okay. So we catch up with Sydney, who lives in California, secluded by herself. She changed her name to Laura, and she works for a women's crisis company over the phone. Okay. There was not much Sydney in this movie. I'm going to go ahead and give you that. I'm going to tell you that. This movie felt so different than the first two films. It ain't even funny. Which, don't get me wrong, yes, Kevin Williamson did not write this version of Scream 3. His idea for Scream 3 would have brought Stu back, and he would have been in prison with like a Ghostface cult following him around, or doing his dirty work, whatever. I haven't read the script for that. I've heard things about it. But due to the Columbine shootings, this came out in 2000, and due to the Columbine shooting and all the violence, Scream 3 could not be very violent. It couldn't be as gory and as messed up as the first two films, which really like hurt the picture a lot, in my opinion. So Sydney is Laura now, okay? And she is living by herself and all she has is a dog as a friend. Okay. She sees on the news about Cotton's death, and she starts having little flashbacks and starts thinking about shit. Then we catch up with a cop named Detective Kincaid. And he goes to Gale Weathers to talk to her and her fucked up bangs in this movie. And the killer leaves a picture at every crime scene of Sidney's mother. Okay. We probably all know where this is going anyways. But, alright, go ahead and continue. Alright, so they're also shooting Stab 3 during this film. I don't know whatever happened to Stab 2. But, okay, they're shooting Stab 3 and Scream 3. So, we meet the cast of Stab 3. We meet the director, John Milton. Dewey works on the movie as well. They need somebody who's been through the real thing. So Gale is helping Detective Kincaid. Excuse me. Comes across Dewey. And, you know, she left him to go do a job in New York or something. And the vibes between them are awkward. And we get to meet the people in the Stab movie who played them. And, dude, I'm sorry, bro. This shit was just fucking goofy. Don't get me wrong. The movie did give me some laughs. But I can't say too many things about Scream 3 that I enjoy. Other than, yes, I do kind of enjoy the third act of the film. And y'all can call me crazy if you want. But I think Ghostface looks the best he ever has in Scream 3. I know it's just a black robe and a white mask. If you pay attention, yes, the masks do, not by much, but they look a little tiny different in every movie. And I remember I had a replica of the Scream 3 outfit and the mask when I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade, something like that. I don't remember. And I owned a lot of Ghostface masks. And that Scream 3 mask, it was definitely hands down the best one. One thing this movie wasn't very good at was making people suspicious. Like the first two films. You know, the first two films, everybody was a suspect. In Scream 3, it was just kind of like, all these motherfuckers are goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Angelina, who plays Sidney in Stab, she was a little suspicious, but she barely meant anything to me. Like, none of these characters meant shit to me in this movie other than Dewey, Gale, and Sidney. You know what I'm saying? So, later on, Sidney meets up with Dewey. Well, first, okay, Sidney has this corny-ass dream sequence of her mother's ghost walking on her property or whatever. And then she's at Sidney's window and she like collapses and Sidney gets closer to the window and then it's Ghostface pops out and I'm just like, oh, where is this going? I mean, the movie was directed well. It's Wes Craven, you know what I'm saying? But, whew. Dude. Like, maybe there's, I don't know. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to think of more things in Scream 3 that I enjoyed. Okay, one thing I did like about Scream 3 is Ghostface does talk more in person with the voice changer than he did in the first two films. That's about it. The voice, talking in person, the look of Ghostface, the soundtrack, that's probably about it. You know what I'm saying? The third act was cool. I mean, it was still goofy, cheesy, not very violent, but I don't know. I did kind of like the fact that you got all these people who could potentially be victims in a Hollywood mansion, and one of them's the killer, and you got Ghostface in there, and oh my goodness, man. The kills were not very violent. They weren't very bloody. There's some kills I thought were kind of funny. Like, I do like the kill where Ghostface kills Sarah, who's playing Candy in Stab 3, played by Jenny McCarthy. Okay? I do like that scene because she's in the prop room and you got all these different Ghostface costumes hanging on a rack. But you know one of those costumes is the real killer. I kind of like that. I do like that. But the kill itself was just... it just wasn't there. You know what I mean? Most of the kills in this movie weren't there. And you know what else we get? We get the return of Randy, who made a video before he died in Scream 2 explaining to Sidney, Gale, and Dewey how to survive a trilogy. And you're basically the killer's always superhuman in the third one. You gotta freeze his head or you gotta blow him up to kill him, you know. Excuse me. And we do meet Randy's sister, and this movie was just sloppy and it was weird, okay? You know what I'm saying? I just I can understand why some people like it because it is different than the first two films, but I can also understand why a lot of people hate it. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't hate it, I don't love it. I'm like, okay, Scream 3 exists. So we find out Sidney's mom was an actress. She worked at Sunrise Studios, which is the studio John Milton works for, and they're shooting Stab 3 there. And Sidney's mom worked there, and a bunch of dudes had sex with her and all this and that shit. And another thing about the movie is it is nice to finally see Ghostface get shot a bunch of times, but it's just Ghostface in with a bulletproof vest up under his robe. Okay, so you know you can see like shit flying out of him when Sidney shoots him. When she's like, "It's your turn to scream, asshole," and I don't know, man. This movie, like, when Ghostface... I laugh a lot during this movie, which you laugh during every Scream movie. But this one, I don't see nothing scary about it. There's nothing suspenseful about it. It's basically a parody of Scream. It's a scary movie, basically. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, let's just go ahead and get to the ending of this movie. Alright, and there's probably a lot I skipped out on, but I just don't really enjoy it that much. But, alright. So, Ghostface gets Sidney to come to this party where he's holding Dewey and Gale hostage. He's killed the cast of Stab. I will not lie, it was funny when he killed Tyson, the black guy. He's chasing Tyson, and Tyson's just like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" Like, but it's so corny. Anyways, he gets Sidney to the mansion, gets her into a screening room or whatever, and he unmasks himself, and it turns out to be the director of Stab 3, Roman, which we didn't talk much about him through this whole review because he don't even really matter in the story until the very end. I mean, yes, he's in the movie, a lot of the movie. Well, before we get to the end, let me say, I did like the chase sequence when Sidney is on the set and Ghostface is chasing her through the set house that was either a replica of her house or somebody, I don't remember, wherever her mom's crime scene took place. But anyways, back to the end of the movie. We find out that the killer is Sidney's brother. Wow. Before we get to the very end of the movie, we're going to shotgun another beer. Like I said, this is one of those movies that I need a drink to talk about. No, I don't need a drink. I just don't. Who gives a shit? We're going to shotgun this beer and then we'll talk about the ending of the film. So, we find out it's Sydney's brother. Okay. We find out he's been watching Maureen, their mother. And she didn't want him. So it boils down to a sad boy who didn't get his mommy. And he was the one who gave Billy the idea to kill Maureen. He told Billy about the affair Maureen was having with his father. Told him to get a partner, Stu, in case you need someone to sell out if you get caught. And I don't know. I can see why people hate Scream 3. I don't hate it, but I don't really enjoy it. I mean, for example, if I was having a Scream night with a shit ton of my friends and we were going to watch all the movies, I would let that one play through. You know what I'm saying? But it's not one that I'm going to watch on my own again. Like every now and then, I might turn on the first Scream. I might turn on Scream 2. I'm not going to speak my opinion on Scream 4 yet because that review is coming next. But, okay. Roman chases Sydney around the screening room. They fight each other. Of course, Sydney gets the upper hand. Dewey comes in, shoots Roman multiple times, and he can't do shit because Roman's wearing a bulletproof vest. And then finally he shoots Roman in the head. Then we skip ahead later. Detective Kincaid is still okay. Everyone's watching a movie or whatever. Dewey proposes to Gail. Then the door swings open at the end of the movie. Sydney watches it swing open and she doesn't close it. She just stares at it, walks away, and then the credits roll. That's it. And I'm just like that's my reaction when the movie ended. Some Napoleon Dynamite shit. But that's my review for Scream 3. And I'm sorry if I sounded a little too negative about the movie. I apologize for that. But I think so far, I won't know till Scream 2022 comes out, but so far, out of the franchise, I think Scream 3 is the weakest. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing my Scream 4 review right after this, and I will probably post it either tonight or early tomorrow before I go see Scream 2022 and do that review. And then the next day, I'm going to rank the whole Scream franchise and all of the movies, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, coming at you from ADiktion TV.